Hello everyone and welcome to The Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris. It can't be surprising that after tens of millions of abortions, actually hundreds of millions of abortions around the world, that the next progression of aggression would be against those who have just recently emerged from the womb. An attitude is quickly developing whereby children are considered to be kind of disgusting, selfish little creatures who are an annoyance, leaving carbon footprints and sucking up Earth's resources at a higher capacity than their numbers should be allowed to have. Hysterical, you say? Well, consider that when uber mega demigod David Beckham and his wife recently announced the birth of their fourth child, some members of the British Parliament became unhinged. They said the Beckhams were selfish and not thinking enough about global warming when they decided to self-centeredly bring yet another child into the world. One member of Parliament, Carolyn Lucas, who is a member of the Green Party, publicly called them environmentally selfish for continuing to bring new people into the world who will increase the amount of carbon emissions and send Earth's temperature soaring into the stratosphere, thus melting the polar ice caps and drowning civilizations and bringing an end to the human race. But the nutty claim, which used to be called sticking your nose in someone else's business, wasn't the only one heard. One of the UK's leading environmental trust groups also piled on, saying the Beckhams should learn about and practice contraception. The press heartily joined in, and the whole affair has become just plain old stupid, as if it wasn't even that from the first comment made. But there is something a little more at work here, it might appear. A new movement seems to be picking up steam where kids, little kids, are looked at with a scowl. Malaysia Airlines just banned 6-year-olds and younger from first class. A Pittsburgh area restaurant chain, McDane's, banned kids 6 and under totally, and has now become a poster child for the Ban Brats movement. Luxury vacation destinations are joining in as well as other restaurants and movie theater chains. And get this, there is even a website, LeaveThemBehind.com, which provides a huge list of yoga palaces and luxury resorts, etc., that refuse to let kids in. Much of this marketing is being aimed at people who either do not have kids, but do have a lot of money, or people who simply aren't that crazy about kids. From the UK to the US and other first world countries, it seems as though there has been a quiet turning of the wheel in the attitude toward children. They are seen much more frequently now as a burden, a pain, something to be tolerated in as small a population or number as possible. Well, this can hardly be considered surprising when we consider that news of a pregnancy is greeted much more frequently with horror than joy, and over a third of the time the child is murdered in the womb. Throw on top of that a mindset, a contraceptive mentality that simply enveloped the West almost 50 years ago, that has sent birth rates plummeting and is now threatening numerous formerly rich nations with near extinction in the next century or so. When a person dances with the devil, they always pay the price. When nations dance with the devil, they become morally blind, unloving, uncaring, and eventually disappear from history on their way to eternal misery. Children are a blessing, regardless of the circumstances. They are gifts from a loving Father who desires them to be the future citizens of heaven. If it's time away from brats these people want, they better enjoy it now. They may very well have to face the reality of brats around them forever in the next life. God love you. I'm Michael Voris.
Join Michael Voris and Real Catholic TV as we travel to Madrid, Spain for World Youth Day 2011. Catch all the action this August on our No Bull in Madrid website, nobullinmadrid.com, where you'll find the best kind of bullfighting. We'll be bringing you live coverage and special features, including the state of the faith in Spain among the millions of young people flocking there. So click on nobullinmadrid.com, where Real Catholic TV will be taking the bull by the horns for you.